What's going on, YouTube? Over the weekend, I had an incredible opportunity to cover Zulu's Grand Bounty 3 tournament. It is an absolutely insane event that happens in Washington, and honestly, I would say the biggest local tournament that occurs, with over 80 people showing up for it this time. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a look at the top 8 decks that made it into Top Cut, and hopefully giving people from all over the world a little bit more insight into the amazing players that we have here in Washington. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get right into it. All right, so here we are with the first place deck list, and it is from none other than MEEP, the previous champion from Grand Bounty 2. He is now the back-to-back champ. Absolutely insane, and an incredible player from Zulus. And so he's running the green-purple Dofi deck list. As a lot of people might know by now, this is Noel's list, which includes the film package, such as your regular staples of Nami, Usopp, and Brook, but then throwing in the little vanilla spice with Baccarat right there, the waifu, 3 cost, 5k, absolutely insane. And he only runs 1 film Luffy, as you guys might notice, but in exchange for that, he does run 4 blocker laws and the star of the deck, honestly, and it's going to be that 8 cost kid right here. An absolute menace, so annoying to deal with, especially in that mirror match that we saw on stream, which I will be posting later on this week. And instead of the 10 cost Dofis, they opt in to run the 9 cost Kaido right here. And for the events, we got the 3 sword style Onigiri. This deck was tailored to go up against and beat Katakuris and the mirror match. And so absolutely insane deck, very strong, and piloted by an incredible player. Next up is going to be our finalist, Arie. It's honestly crazy to see Arnie's growth. I talked about it on stream, but I must say it again right here in this video. When he first started out, I still remember playing against him, and to see where he is now, making it to the finals of Grand Bounty, it's wild to me. And it's really, really cool to see him continuing to run Law right here, which is not an easy deck to play. So here we have the Whitebeard package from Law with some of these standard cards such as Otama, Makino, Capone, Bonnie. But then we have Izo, Thatch, the 1 cost Dinky that will sack itself after activating its ability. We have Fossa, Haruta, and then a little spice right here, your Rogue, which when he played that card, I was like, what the heck? Was not expecting him to play this at all, but really interesting to see. And then I feel like something that Arie really loves is the Vista. When paired with Otama, just deadly combo right there that really helped him in a lot of the matchups. And then, of course, Zoro, the 4 cost blocker law, the unblockable Luffy, and then the restand law. So congrats once again to Arie for making it to the finals. I know that he was beating himself up a little bit for not being able to clutch it up in those key moments, but it is what it is, bro. Like, move on, improve, and go win it next time. Now, out of all the decks used in Grand Bounty, it was green-purple Dofi that showed up the most in the top 8, with 3 out of the 8 decks being green-purple Dofi. And here we are with our second variation of it from none other than Flaky Deer, who was our only undefeated player going into Top Cut, our #1 seed right there. And so he is running more of a traditional green-purple Dofi list, but he opts in for a little bit of spice. Instead of 4 Thunder Bagwas, he decides to throw in the Yamato and the Film Zoro right here, both of them being one-ofs. Other than that, he runs 4 of the Film Luffys, 4 of the Namis, 4 of the Usopps, 4 of the Choppers, and also running 2 Sugars right there. I think that this is still an incredible deck. It took him all the way up to Top Cut, and honestly, solid work from Flaky Deer. Congratulations on topping, and good work. We're on the topic of green-purple Dofi. We might as well go over the 3rd variation of the Grape Dofi deck list that we had in Grand Bounty Top Cut from none other than Vivicho right here. I would say this is probably the most standard deck list that we see with no huge variation. This is something that a lot of people have been running, and so congratulations, Vivicho. So I would like to propose a quick question for y'all that are watching the video, and that is, in my situation when I'm commentating, streaming these matches here, and we have 2 players going up against each other, in this situation specifically, Vivicho playing against Flaky Deer. Vivicho played the 10-drop Dofi. He froze Flaky Deer's character and leader, and then passed his turn. Upon Flaky Deer's refresh phase, he restood the leader that was frozen, and Flaky Deer ended up swinging with it, and which chat brought up, and people during the live stream brought up that Flaky Deer wasn't allowed to do that. Now, I know both of these players, and I don't think one was cheating or doing anything malicious or anything like that, but should I have done something there and stepped into the match mid-game, or is it on the players right there to know and keep track of what their character's abilities are and the current state of the board? And so just something that I wanted to toss out for y'all. At the end of the day, I do feel a little bit bad that my man Vivicho ended up losing that match, and him countering out of Flaky Deer's leader swing could have affected the match as a whole. And so I don't know, you guys. Interesting situation right there, at least for me, because it's the first time that I've encountered that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Next up is DK's Blue Crocodile deck list. It's honestly crazy to see him top in another grand bounty. He's my fellow smoker brethren from OP02, the best smoker from Lithuania. So cool to see him top again. So congratulations, man. The way that he built this deck was supposed to mitigate and destroy the Kata matchups, but unfortunately, he did not encounter any of them in Grand Bounty, which he had told me. And unfortunately, it doesn't do too good against the new green-purple Dofi deck list. And so he had a little bit of a hard time when it came to those matchups. But either way, really fun deck, it seems like, with the Miss All Sundays, the Sasaki. He has the Kuma and Pacifista combo with Sentamaru. Really, really fun deck to play around with, and he's been doing great with it. He's also running 2 Zephs, 2 Soga Kings, and the 1 of 7 cost Dofi. And so really cool to see some of the variation that people can be running with the mono blue Croc right here. Here we are with the only other law to make it into top cut, which was from Peter Ringo right here. And so more cookie cutter as well compared to Arnie's deck list. Instead of running 3 Harutas, 3 Vistas, he runs 4 of each. Know your rogue right there that Arnie teched in. And at the end of the day, what can we say? Law does law things. Peter Ringo's been running Law for a very long time, and I feel like he knows it like the back of his hand. And so when Law is put in the hands of an incredible pilot, it can do great things right there. So it's awesome to see Law topping even post-ban and with the new ST starter cards out. Now for our last 2 decks right here, we're going to be seeing some interesting variation from the top decks that you guys might be seeing in regionals and treasure cups and whatnot. And it's going to be none other than Nami. YGJ opting to run a very solid Nami deck list in Grand Bounty with the 4 Kayas, 2 Apiss, 4 Dazbones, 4 Buggies, and 4 Zephs for his characters. And then for his events, he's got the Desert Spada, Impel Down All-Stars, Usopp's Rubber Band of Doom, the Giant Gavel, Brickfist, Love Beam, Deathwing, and Pilaf, all as a 4 of set for each of them. And so nothing too different, nothing too crazy when it comes to this deck, but when in the right hands and in the right moments, it can really shine in this format. And so congratulations to YGJ for topping, I believe, in his first ever Grand Bounty. Last but not least, we got PeterBuu right here, who we got to see play on stream on Table 1. You guys might have remembered, this is the demon that played with no sleeves. Absolutely wild to see him running some alt art, some SP artwork. And so props to him for making top 8 here with Magellan. It was the only mono purple deck that made it into top cut. And so it's really cool to see the implementation of the starter deck cards without using the starter deck leaders, as they're still missing a few components such as the searchers. But here we are with his Magellan deck list, 4 Honey Balls, which he ended up finding all of them in the game that we saw on stream, which was super cool to see. He was just searching. We also got the Sadies, the Heats, 4 Khalifas, 3 Mino Rhinoceroses, 4 Mina Koalas, the 1 Minotaur right here. A little bit of spice, just the 1 of, just having a little fun right there. We got the 4 Minnow Zebras as well. 2 of the blocker laws from the starter deck, which is really cool to see. We also have the 1 of Miss All Sunday, 4 Magellans, which is a guarantee, and 4 Queens as well. He's got 3 Kings, 2 of the starter deck Kids, 2 of the 9 cost Kaidos, and then 4 Gum Gum Jet Gatlings. And so congratulations to PeterBuu for topping, and everybody else who participated in Grand Bounty. I really appreciate everybody who allowed me to stream, who allowed me to commentate their games, and dealing with me while I'm making content there and having some fun. So if you guys are ever interested in joining in on Grand Bounty, join the Zulu's Discord, follow the stream, keep up to date with us, and see when the next announcement will be for Grand Bounty 4. I believe it's going to be sometime in February once OPO5 releases and after Nats. So we still have some more time until then. But I'm glad that I was able to cover it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.